Welcome, 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 welcome. Please, if you are joining, you share, invite your friends. I was trying to set up something with my phone. Teresa John, welcome. Please, as you are coming, share. Like the broadcast if you can hear me. Happy weekend to all of you. Happy weekend to everybody. Welcome, welcome. I miss you all. I wasn't strong enough to come live. But now, today, I said, let me come and interact and answer a lot of questions that people ask. Please, as you are coming, like, share, like, share. I'm waiting for people to come before we continue. If you like what we are doing, you can support us with star. Can you people hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, you say yes, so that I will know that I'm not talking to myself. Can you hear me? If you want to ask me a question, you can ask me. And what I want to treat today is a lot of people are asking me in my WhatsApp and in Facebook Messenger, what can I do to become pregnant? I don't know. Can you people hear me? Okay, Teresa say we can. Teresa John, you are welcome to the program. Some people said, what can I do to become pregnant? We have been married for 10 years. We have been married for 5 years yet. No issue. So this is what I am here to treat and also to tell you the things that can also help you. What do you mean? Who is this? Can I speak to you of the I don't understand what you mean. If you mean in private, no. This is why I come here today. If you have any question to ask me, I am here to answer your question regarding to what you can do to conceive. A lot of people are finding it difficult, and there has been this thing I've been posting in my wall. There has been one lubricant I've been posting in my wall that I talked about. I even wrote the name there. People are still asking me what is the name. And the lubricant is for people who are always dry. A lot of women, they don't see their cervical mucus. And if you notice this, if you're always dry, you find it that a minute, please, let me get water. Okay, Mommy. Not you, I'm not talking to you. You find out that when you are having intercourse, it's always painful. So I posted that lubricant for people who are always dry. And what does this lubricant do? It helps the sperm to swim faster. It helps the sperm, it mimics the original cervical mucus, helping the sperm to swim faster. What type of injection are you? What type of injection are you taking? Magowan. Magowan, what type of injection? So that lubricant, this is another type of it. I posted this one on that in my Facebook page, and I posted another one Prestige lubricant. And what does this thing do? This is how it looks like. I have advertised this. This is not an advertisement anyway. I am using it to teach. This thing does a lot of wonders. Like you can see here, you can see that it's meant for people who are trying to conceive, and it's produced by Kinderwunsch. This Kinderwunsch, they are fertility experts. Those in Nigeria, I don't know where you can get this, but if you are in Europe or Western world, you can get this in Amazon. Online they sell it and it's not expensive. So this is another form of lubricant apart from Prestige. If you have used Prestige before and it didn't work for you, you maybe you can try this. This is very, very good. This is very, very good. Inside there it looks like it's up to 10. So this is how it looks like. I cannot open it now. If I open it, I've wasted this. You just remove it from here, lie down, insert it in your vagina. After 15 minutes, you guys can start baby dancing. I came off from December. Some of these contraceptive, when you take them, your body needs to settle very well before it will be normal. Some people, that's why I tell people, if you are taking any contraceptive, make sure that it's prescribed by your doctor, or make sure that they give you the one that matches your system, so that you won't have problem. Many white people that I know that are taking that contraceptive, once they leave it, they will become pregnant. But our African women, some of them, after taking it, if they stop it, they will never become pregnant. I don't know, maybe the thing is not compatible with our system. I don't know. So if you are taking any contraceptive and you still want to have babies, please always go with doctor's prescription, and also make sure that the one you are taking match your body. Not just going to buy any one you want. If you are still get if you still want to give birth in future, don't take anyone. Don't buy by yourself. Don't buy because your friends. Please, I'm not seeing likes, I'm not seeing share, I'm not seeing like, I'm not seeing share. If you like what I'm doing, there is star button there. You can support me with star also. So I came here now. Those people asking me question in my messenger and WhatsApp, come and ask me that question here. I'm talking about, some people are asking me, we have been married for 10 years, we have been married for 7 years, we have been married for 6 years, no issue. Why? The answer is that there is problem. I have said it that if you're okay, it was given to you by a doctor, so you need to follow the normal procedure. Go and check yourself. It could be not, it might not be that contraceptive that make you not to be pregnant. You might have other issues. Taking contraceptive doesn't mean that immediately you leave it you become pregnant. If you have hormonal imbalances, you cannot get pregnant. So I will advise you, first of all, go and check your egg. Go and check your egg. Let them check your ovary to know if your ovary is still producing eggs, and you do hormonal test. Because anytime you try to become pregnant and you are not becoming pregnant, simply means there is a problem. There is a problem. If there is no problem, you will get pregnant easily. So you left it since December last year. It's not been too long. Keep on trying, but do all these things that I said. If you do hormonal test, you might find out the cause of that. It might not be the contraceptive. Some people, when they leave it and they are not getting pregnant, they will term it that it is the contraceptive. No, you may have other problems. And these lubricants I am talking about now, I want to clarify something. If you have hormonal disorder, if you are not ovulating, if you have blocked tubes, this thing is not going to work for you. If you have block tube, do you know what it means? It means that the sperm it means that the tubes, the place that the tube supposed to, the place that the sperm supposed to pass is blocked. So this thing is not going to unblock your tube for the sperm to pass. If you have hormonal disorder, which means you are not ovulating, and when you are not ovulating, you will not release egg. In the absence of no egg, there is nothing the sperm will fertilize. This works for people who are, let's say, normal, who are healthy, who doesn't have problem. Their problem is that they are always dry. And you know that when you are dry, if you are making out with your man, you'll be, it will be painful, right? And the sperm may not be swimming faster for people who want to conceive. So what does this thing do? This thing mimic your original cervical mucus. Now, it helps the sperm to swim faster and to go and meet the egg. This thing is very, very important, very, very good. Before I started recommending this for people, I made a research and I saw the review of people who use it. In fact, everybody in that review was saying that they used this thing once, not just once. They didn't even finish it. They become pregnant, and the people that I also directed to use this, it works for them. So maybe if you are in Europe, you can give it a try. People in Nigeria use Preseed. I don't have the packet of Preseed. I would have shown you Preseed. And if you have used Preseed before it didn't work, try this one. This one will work for you because this is made, this product is made by people who are fertility specialists. So I don't know if anybody have question. Please, if you have question, you ask. Okay, you have already 2 children. Yes, do what I ask you. There is what we call secondary infertility. Secondary infertility is when you have given birth before and when you want to give birth again, it will be difficult for you. A lot of people have that problem. So that is what is called secondary infertility. It could be as a result of maybe after your last birth you have complications, or maybe you develop hormonal disorder. So some people always are lucky when they start giving birth, they have started until they stop. While in some cases, some people when they start, they give birth to one child and they want to conceive again, they have to scramble for the second chance. It's like that. But the problem is that if you can find out what is causing your secondary infertility, it will be easy for you. That is why I always tell people, once you are not conceiving, please, for example, if you are suffering from hyperprolactin, it's always good to go and meet endocrinologist to find out the root causes of the hyperprolactin, because if you don't treat it, maybe they lower it, you become pregnant. Maybe by the time you want to become pregnant again, then the thing will surface again, you will start battling. So but if you solve the underlying factors that is causing your prolactin level to be high, then it will be easy for you to become pregnant again. Just like somebody who is not ovulating, you are basing your ovulation on stimulation, only stimulating your ovary to release egg. You always face this problem of secondary infertility. No, I did family 5 years when you did. I removed it last year. October, my program, yes. This is the same thing you're asking me, is the same thing I'm talking about. Go and check yourself. Go and do hormonal test to find out if there is other problem. It's not the it's not the family planning. In fact, the family planning is supposed to help because um those um those pills those pills that you are taking, those pills, I go and check my post, go through my post, the name of this thing is here. You people are always full of what is the name, what, even when I write the name there, you will see, as go to my post, it's there, I wrote it there, I posted it there. You will see it is a retest. It's there. I cannot type now, I don't want to distract this thing. So the pills that you are taking supposed to be balancing your hormones. So I don't think it's the family planning that you did that is making you not to get pregnant. There might be other factors. So you need to check yourself. You need to go for hormonal tests. I have been saying it several times. Anytime you are trying to conceive and it's not happening, you need to go for hormonal test to check why you are not getting pregnant. So please ask me your question. Mm. Please ask me your question. I'm not going to waste time. Like you can see, this cough is disturbing me. Can I do an ultrasound to find out my breast is tender? I saw my period 2 days in June. 2 days in June. How can your period? You only have one cycle. It's not possible for your period to be coming out 2 days. 2 days in a month. I don't understand what you mean. I don't understand what you mean by your period coming out. There's no how your menstruation can come out 2 days, 2 times in a month. We have only one cycle. So ultrasound, you can only, if you are suspecting whether you are pregnant, you can only do hormonal, you can only do pregnancy test, or you go for blood test. This is how they will dictate if you are pregnant. So I don't know what you mean by your period come out 2 months, 2 times in a month. So somebody's period doesn't come. If your period exceeds 35 days cycle, if your cycle exceeds 35 days, that is abnormal. Is not bleeding. It's not more cycle. So please ask me question. Ask me question. Like, share. I don't know if you people are sharing. Nobody will send star to me. I don't understand. I'm not teaching today. I'm just here to answer question. On Monday we'll continue our teaching. I can't teach today. I'm here to answer question. So I give you opportunity to ask question. Some people will be here now, they will not ask. Immediately I off this thing now, they will come to my WhatsApp and Messenger and be disturbing me. I've given you the opportunity to ask question now. Please, ma, what can one take if the period flow scanty and it did not flow into the pad, but only when urinating you see the period coming? My sister, it's not all about taking something. That could be sign of infection. Maybe infection is withholding your period, so you go for a test. I told you people to stop taking something and stop taking seeking for help online. Whenever you notice something, except if you don't need a child, if you need a child, you notice something strange to your body, please always go for test. Test is the best thing. Your period is not flowing, it could be that infection can make your period to cease, or menopause. or hormonal imbalance. So if it is water, it's normal. I don't know how to pronounce this name. MC Govan. If it is water that is coming out from your breast, it's normal. That is not a problem. When you will be concerned is when breast milk. What is coming out from your breast, is it water or breast milk? If it is not breast milk, you don't have to worry. Don't it happens sometimes when you stress yourself, it happens. But if it is breast milk, then it becomes a problem that your prolactin level is high. But if it is water, it's normal sometimes. Who is asking me this? I cannot answer this question. Who is this? Olori Ogbona. Please, I don't answer this kind of question. I've passed this. I've thought about cycle ovulation. Go and watch the video. I cannot calculate, except if there is somebody here that can help her to calculate. I don't calculate. In fact, I don't know when you are going to ovulate. Go and watch the videos. You will learn. My dear thing. No, take the result to your doctor. You don't send the result to me. Take it to your doctor for analysis. You don't send it to me. Take it to your doctor. My own here is to teach you your fertile days, how to calculate your ovulation date, what you can do to support you, to boost your fertility. That is what I'm here. So if you go for test, take it to your doctor. Your doctor will analyze it and prescribe any medication. People that are sending me their test results, of course I don't reply. If you go for any test, take it to your doctor. Because if there's anything that is wrong, the doctor will prescribe, and those medication that he will prescribe needs doctor's prescriptions. It's not crayfish that you just go and buy. So who asked me? You can take it to your doctor for analysis. If he finds anything, he will prescribe medication for you. Please, question. if you are in europe if you are in Europe, try to get this. I can attest to you, this thing is very, very good. If you are in Europe, or maybe you have somebody that can help you to get this, try to get it. You will never regret buying it. It's very, very good. Question. Nobody wants to ask questions today. Question. This is time for question. Nobody wants to ask. By the time I leave here, there's somebody that wrote me something on Messenger. I told him, I don't know if he's a man or a woman. I told him to come live. If you want to ask a question, ask your question. don't know what is wrong with people. How are you asking me what can you do to get pregnant? Are you Mark Van? Are you just following me? Is today your first day? Is today your first day of seeing this platform? If it is yes, please go and watch my previous videos. I have made videos, I have advised, I have counseled a lot of people what they can do. And trust me, people who follow the teachings, they are always pregnant. People who follow the teachings, they are seeing the results. So if you want to become pregnant, go and watch my videos, go and watch my teachings. I'm not teaching today. I just want to I just came here to answer questions because for 2 or 3 days now I've not been able to come online, so I don't want to leave you guys like that. I said let me come and interact with you people. So if you want to know what you can do to become pregnant, yes, this thing like this one now, this one you cannot see it in Nigeria, you cannot see it in Africa, except those people who order things online. line. If you go to Google, I think it's there. But Prestige personal lubricant is in Nigeria. At least I have requested people to use it, and they use it, they bought it in Nigeria. But this particular one, this one is made in Germany here. It's made in Germany. This thing you see, very mighty, very mighty. If you open it and put it in your hand like this, you will see that it's exactly like your cervical mucus. So, and it swim faster. One thing I like about it, unlike Prestige, there is how you put Prestige. Prestige will be gushing out, but this one doesn't gush out. And if you are using this, you have to speak with your husband, because it will make your husband not to enjoy this thing. But and this thing you see, it looks small, but when you put it, it will be too much. So when you are inserting it, you try not to put everything so that you don't spoil the fun. It's very very good. It's very very good. I can assure you this thing is very very good. For me, I would say this is better than Precede, because a lot of people are recommended this one touch they become pregnant, but most people that are recommended Precede. I'm not saying that Precede is good, but our body differs. It may work, Precede may work on the name, may work in the body of other people. Some it will not work. Many people that have prescribed Precede, it didn't work that much, but this one works. So the name is Ritex. The name is Ritex. Look at the name here. Ritex. 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 So it's produced in Germany here. All the words here are written in German. It's very very good. You should know that anything produced in Germany should be original. So I think Prestige is also, it's not in Germany. I think Prestige is from America. Yeah, Prestige is good. It works for people. Some people use Prestige once, it works for them, while some people can use it 20 times. Our body differs. So but this one is very very good. If you are in Europe, Western world, you can try it. So any other question? Of course, it's in UK. Yes, it's in UK. You have Amazon. You just order it from Amazon. It's in Amazon. Let me show you the picture in Amazon. It's in Amazon. If you order something online, you can see it. I have spelled it. You didn't write it when I was spelling it. If you were asking me to put the picture, I've spelled it Ritex. Ritex is the name. There's no how I can put the picture. You see it. Look at it. It's in Amazon. Look at it. I don't know. Can you people see it? It's online now. This is it. Can you see it? This is it. It's by Kinderwunsch. I'm trying to. This is it. Can you see it? This is it. Reuters. And here is sold. How much? It's sold 14.51 euro plus 3 euro 50 cents shipping. So the other one is at 15 euro. So it's very cheap but very, very mighty. Like the person who asked me how she can become pregnant, because she can become pregnant, these are the things that you need to do to facilitate your pregnancy. You do the needful. If you discover that you are not producing cervical mucus, maybe your husband's sperm might be low and you are dry. So tell me, how can the sperm swim faster? But if your husband's sperm motility is fast and the sperm count is good, it can also help. You don't need this, but if you're always dry, please try and get this or proceed. There's another one, Conceive Plus. I think their own is also good. These are the things that you need to know. The person that is asking me how she can become pregnant, there are things you need to do on your own without doctors' help. First, you need to start taking folic acid, prenatal vitamin rather, up from 3 months. Let's say you want to get pregnant in next 3 months, you start taking it, taking prenatal vitamin, you are preparing your body. Now, the next thing you are going to do is to check your body. Go for medical checkup. The essence of doing this is to prevent yourself from being frustrated, because if you have any issue when you are trying to conceive and you don't know, you'll be trying on your own. By the time you realize that you have problem, you have already been exhausted, you have already been frustrated, you know, and anxiety will come. Once the anxiety starts, there is problem. Then it will be deteriorating your fertility. But if you can go straight and do hormonal test, check your ovarian reserve and make sure that your ovaries are still well, then if there's any issue, you identify it early, you will focus on treating that. Immediately that is being addressed, you become pregnant. But if you don't do all these things, you are trying on your own, by the time you realize you have problem, you will be frustrated. So the next thing that can help you to get pregnant is knowing your cycle, knowing your ovulation, knowing your fertile days. I don't want to be paying attention on the ovulation day. You must make sure, you must know whether you are ovulating or not. Even if you didn't learn anything here, learn that if you are not ovulating, you can never be pregnant. Absence of ovulation means absence of pregnancy. So there must be ovulation. Ovulation is the release of matured eggs from your ovary. When these eggs are being released, then if they are fertilized by the sperm, because another process is ovulating, that is releasing egg. Another thing is if the what do you call it, if the sperm can be able to fertilize it, Then if the sperm fertilizes it, then the egg will attach itself, will implant. Then pregnancy have taken place. But if you are trying to conceive, you don't even know whether you are ovulating or not, you see there is a problem, because you keep on frustrating yourself. The best way of solving the problem is, one, identifying what your problem is. Identifying that you have a problem, then the next thing is seeking for the solution. But if you are trying to conceive, you don't know whether you are ovulating. When they ask you, are you ovulating, you ask the person, what is ovulation? If you didn't learn anything from this page, learn how to calculate your ovulation. Learn how to know whether you are ovulating. It's very, very important. Learn your fertile days. If you are 35, stop planning sex. Some people will say, my period is so days. I want to know the day of ovulation so that I will start so that we can start making love. I will just be laughing. Who is this person? MC, go on, go and watch my videos. I have, throughout last week, when I'm doing program like this, you people will not come. After the program, you will repeat. Throughout last week, I taught everything about ovulation. Go back and watch my videos I made about ovulation. Then you will know, you will answer this question that you're asking me. If anybody is asking me anything about ovulation or this, I cannot answer it, because that is what I devoted my time last week. Who is this? Kenneth Chibike. Kenneth Chibike, it's normal now. It's normal. When you have sex, a sperm must come out now. Are you expecting everything to enter inside there? If everything enter, then you should be suspecting your wife now. If you just do this thing, everything enter, which means your wife, this thing is whole. It's normal. It's normal. Once you ejaculate, do you know how many million sperm you release? You release millions of sperm. And what does it need for the egg to be fertilized? Just a pinch like this. So if your wife is fertile and that your sperm is healthy, if it is healthy, my sister, just spin like this. Let me show you. It's because you are looking the sperm with your ordinary eyes. You see it as a water. That is not water. If you should look into microscope and see how this sperm swims, how many sperms you bring out each ejaculation, you will not be telling me that everything is pouring out. It's not pouring out. If your wife is release a very healthy egg and your sperm is healthy, now the egg, let me say this is egg, what needs to fertilize the egg is something like this, sperm, just a pinch. Even sometimes the oil that come out of your this thing can make your wife pregnant. So whenever you have intercourse or anybody that is watching me, you stand up. Some people hey God, some people will, after making love, they will hang their leg up. Some will carry their leg and put it on the wall so that so that nothing will pour out. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Okay, since you have been hanging your leg up, trying to, some people will punish themselves, stay like this for 30 minutes. Wow. Since you have been doing that, what is the positive? So those things, they are not the problem. The problem is that the sperm is, the ones that inside, they are not reaching to the egg, either because of their motility, or maybe because of their count, or maybe your cervical mucus. That is where this thing plays a role. That is where this thing plays a role. So it's not everything that is coming out. I hope I'm clear. Who asked me that question? I hope I'm clear. And what causes hotness in the stomach? I wouldn't know. You should go for a test and find out why you always have hot stomach. I can't tell you what the problem is. If your stomach is always hot, mind the type of things you eat. Check yourself, what you eat and do that will cause your stomach to be hot. So, and sometimes naturally people have hot stomach, so you should find out, or better still go for a test. Test will tell you exactly what hot stomach, and if your stomach is hot, it's not good. If you have become pregnant, you'll be having miscarriages. You will have miscarriages. Any other question? Any other question? Please, you guys should support me with stars. And people that are coming now, they are not sharing this. Since I will end this thing, my people are not even here. That's why it's look boring. And on Monday, we resume our teaching. I don't have strength. I have talked a lot today. So I have given opportunity for question and people are not asking question. I was thinking by this time people will be many in this program because it's evening and the weekends. So in the absence of any other question, we'll call it a day. So we'll call it a day. On Monday, we'll continue our lecture because people are not asking question. Mind you, if I off this stream now, and you come to my either Facebook, you come to my messenger or WhatsApp to ask me a question, I'm going to block you. Yeah, wow. Sinigwa. Sinugwa, thank you. Yes, thank you for this wonderful star. Let me not just go empty-handed today. Thank you, Sinugwa. Sinugwa, it's been long. Thank you for this wonderful star. And my sister Mira's Kitchen, you are welcome. Sinugwa, thank you. Sinugwa, do you have any question? I will answer your question before I leave. Sinugwa, do you have any question? My sister Mira's Kitchen, welcome. Please, as you are joining us, endeavor to share. Endeavors to share. You see, Sinugwa is just coming and she just flashed me with star. You know that star made me to notice her. Sinugwa, thank you. My sister Mira's Kitchen, how are you doing? Guys, if you want to learn how to cook, if you are lacking food ideas, go direct to Mira's Kitchen. In fact, that is the place I always set my calendar for cooking. You will learn how to cook different kinds of food, African orishirishi. So, Sinukwa, do you have any question? Can you hear me? I'm waiting for your question before I close. Who is asking for my number? No. Kenneth Chibi, if I don't give my number out, besides my number is in the Facebook there. It's there. If you but I don't if you write me privately, I don't respond. Except people that I'm watching. For now, I put it on pen because I don't have strength. By the time ma please, is it possible to have all the signs of ovulation but you are not ovulating, even cramps in the one side of your abdomen? No, except if you are assuming. There's no how you can have cramping without ovulation, except you are assuming. Sometimes our emotions and our thoughts, whatever we are thinking, will reflect in us. Just like what you are thinking, maybe you go to bed with it and you will dream about it. Sometimes you be thinking because you have hope that you will be pregnant, the month have not ended, you will start having the symptom of pregnancy. So, but there's no how you can see signs of ovulation and ovulation will not take place. Oh, Sinugua, thank you so much. Thank you, I really appreciate. Thank you. Okay, you don't have question. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. You are just coming now. You flash me with star. In fact, I am very, very happy. And my sister, Mira's Kitchen, we did. My sister, we are fine. Oh, we thank God. Each time we sleep and wake up, we give praises to God because it's only somebody who is alive that have hope. When you are alive, you have hope. Stanley will go to your doctor. This question is not meant for me, it's meant for your doctor. If the test is not bold purity, if the test is not clear, it simply means that you are not releasing healthy eggs. When you use OPK, that is ovulation prediction kits, to conduct ovulation test and Snugga, don't worry. I pray for everybody. You see, because I'm not posting pregnancy tests, many people are getting pregnant. They only tell me, they don't give me the test. Many people, every week I record at least 3 to 4 people becoming pregnant. They don't send me, but they only come to thank me for my teaching and for my prayers. So people are getting pregnant here. They are getting pregnant here. And I'm praying for everybody. If you watch me, each time I finish the program, I always pray. In my private time, I pray. This channel is dedicated for people who are looking for who wants to conceive. So I remember everybody. You don't even need to tell me. I pray for everybody. I cry to God. When I regain my strength very well, we are also going to embark on in prayers, because I discovered that that prayer works very well. That prayer works. So for the fact that I'm not posting pregnancy tests, you don't think that every week people are becoming pregnant here. So it's just that sometimes when they send me, I may forget. Sometimes they don't send. If I ask you to send and you didn't send it, I may forget. Maybe when you send it, some of them send it in Messenger, and I told you guys that I hardly go to Messenger. So I'm praying for everybody, and I believe that everybody in this platform, no matter your age, no matter what you may be suffering from, all those ailments, they are not more powerful than God. There is nothing God cannot do. There is nothing God cannot do. So you don't need to be afraid. Whatever you do, always pray. Prayer conquers all. Without prayer, you cannot do anything. So always pray to God. Always pray to God. Those cries you cry to your pastors, to your friends, to your doctors. God is the greatest physician. God is the greatest physician, so he can fix everything when you are asleep. If you have fibroid, if you have any ailment, God can send his angels to come and remove those things in you, and you will become pregnant. So prayer is very, very good when it comes to conception. And sometimes the problem we have is this: sometimes we feel that we have prayed enough, and God doesn't want to answer us. It's a lie. You are praying, but what God is looking at is your heart, your faith, not your oral speech, not what you are talking, but what is in your heart. So God wants to know if you truly believe. Sometimes we pray for formalities. We pray because we want to pray. That one is not prayer. The prayer, I told you guys that you can fast from January to December, but you don't have faith. It cannot be answered. Somebody may just speak a word and believe in that word. I give you example of the woman, the bleeding woman in the Bible. Many people were surrounding Jesus, dragging his garment, but the woman said to herself, she didn't pray, but she said to herself, if only I can touch the garment of this man, my bleeding will stop. She said it and she believed it, she demonstrated it, and it works for her. When power got out of Jesus, Jesus said, who touched me? The disciples were amazed, and just like a lot of people holding you like this, you are asking who touched you. It's just funny, right? But why Jesus asked that was he know that power have gone out of him. He said, who touched me? Him. Now, this issue now is between Jesus and the woman, because they are the only people that understood what is happening. Other people there will be saying, is Jesus drunk? Is this man, is his brain correct? Many people are holding him and he's saying, who touched me? But the person who did this, the woman knows what she did, and Jesus himself knows what happened. That was why he said, who touched me? And the woman said, me. He said, woman, go, your faith have saved you. Do you want your faith to save you? Believe in God. When you ask for anything, believe, believe, believe. Believe in God. God answers prayer. God answers prayer made with faith. I'm seeing my period, but I'm not seeing my ovulation. Go and do hormonal test. You will know why you are not seeing your ovulation. So what am I trying to say? Maybe you have been trying for 20 years. I told you that it's not all about 20 years. That those 20 years, if you didn't do what you are supposed to do, for me it's a wasted years. I don't count them as anything. If you have tried for 7 years, what have you been doing those 7 years? Are you just sitting down at your home trying with your husband? You have not gone for any medical checkup. You have not taken any prenatal vitamin. You don't even know whether you are ovulating. You don't even know your fertile days. All you know, every month you open your nyash, you don't even know whether your husband have a low sperm or sperm motility. You will be there frustrating yourself. This year will go, you say you have tried. Some people don't like going to hospital, they like going online like this. Once they see you talking about pregnancy, they say, ma, what can I take to get pregnant? The person you are asking is the person a doctor? Some people will go to one, I don't know, they will go there, they will mix concussion, what you don't know, they will mix it and give you. You will go and drink instead of you going to your gynecologist, instead of you going to people who God have designed for this. Doctors are specialists. Doctors are special kinds of people. God created them. That's why everybody cannot be doctor. It's not easy to be a doctor. Doctors are there to save you, to guide you, to lead, to direct you. But instead of you to go, some people shy away. When they go to doctor will tell them pay consultation fees of how much. They will say, it's too much. But they will go to a place that is not even known. They will say pay 20,000. They will miss concussion. You will go and destroy your womb. After destroying everything, you will say you have tried for 20 years. People that there was somebody that said she have tried for 15 years. I said, within these 15 years, what have you done? He said, there is a woman that is giving her medication. And that the medication, I said, have you gone to the hospital? Have you visited any doctor? She said, no. I said, do you know whether you are ovulating? He said, no. But the woman told me that. I said, go to the hospital. Go and know what is wrong with you first. The woman you are meeting, is she a doctor? So when you do the right thing, that is when you will start counting. Ma, you were saying something about positive ovulation kit, and I interject you with prayer. Can you please talk about? Yeah. Rosemary, don't send me. I don't know why you people like doing this. If you go for hormonal test, take your, what do you call it, test to doctor. Don't send it to me. If you send it to me, I will block you. I'm not your doctor. So, Sinugwa, I was talking about positive ovulation test. So, if you are doing ovulation test, let me use normal cycle like 28 days. 28-day cycle, let's say you start from day 11 of your cycle. So when you start from that day 11, of course, you cannot see ovulation kit positive because the follicle have not matured. Then on the 12th, it will become a bit positive, a bit light, faint, not even light. On the 13th day, then that is when it will become more positive. It will look positive. If you do it on 13th, it become positive. Do it again on the main day, which is 14th. You will see. When you will know that the 14th day is the day that you ovulate. When you look at the ovulation kit, you will see the control line and the test line. The control line will now be thicker than the test line, or both of them will be of the same color, but it will be obvious. You don't need glasses, you don't need anything, you don't even need it. Once you see it, you will know that this is a positive test. That simply shows that you are ovulating. But if you do it and it's faint on the 14th, faint on the 15th, which means your ovulation is poor. You have poor eggs. And this type of eggs cannot be fertilized. So that is what I was saying. Sinugo, I don't know if I answered your question. Pascal, 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 what are you doing there? So that is how you know positive OPK. So like I was saying before, if you have been trying, if you think that it's been long, you started trying and you are not getting pregnant, you'll be frustrated, you are not doing anything. Sit up now, do the rightful thing. That morning, you go and meet a gynecologist. When you go there, open up to them. When they ask you to pay consultation fee, pay it and save yourself the stress. Open up to them, tell them your history. If you have had an abortion before, tell them. Because sometimes all this abortion, this how will I put it, unprofessional abortion people do, it affects. Sometimes your tubes might be blocked. Sometimes you will develop high prolactin. Sometimes you may have infection. Sometimes you might have hormonal imbalance. But when you open up to them, you tell them your history, they will know where to start treating you. But when you want to hide, I know sometimes women, they like to hide so that their partner will not know that they did something like this, but you can confide on the doctor so that he will know where to help you. Don't hide anything from your doctor. Even here in Europe, once you come here, if you go for any test, blood test, they are going to ask you questions about your history. From your history, they will know what you are likely going to suffer. From there, they will know the type of test that they will consult on you. So your doctor should be your second God. Of course, doctors are second God because they help in saving human life. So some of the stress that we will pass through is we cause it by ourselves. We don't do the right things. We don't do the things that we are supposed to do. Please, ma, do you have Rosemary, I don't know what you're asking me. So it's not a matter of years that you have been trying, it's the matter of doing the right thing. When you start, some people are lucky if they want to. Mommy, go and pee pee. Go. Yes, Pete. No, go. Don't come here. Don't come here. You want to kiss me? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, go. So, I want a new man to get. Hey, hey. Who is asking me? Am I giving her? Am I giving husband? Ah. Yeah, this my sister. Take time, oh. Take time. You want a new man? Legit, take time. You want a new man to, don't worry, I'll come and tell your husband. I'll come and I will report to Oga what you said now, that you want to leave her, you want to leave him to get. I say, who is asking me this question? You just make me laugh. I beg, don't make me laugh again before I will start coughing. Go. Stretch, stretch. Yeah, go. On the big one. Yes. If you are joining me, share, like. You can support me with star. That star button there is not for fancy. If you like what I'm doing here, I know majority of you like what I'm doing. You can support us with star. Support us with star. Star doesn't cost much. I don't know. It seems I'm missing some question. Yes, you are funny. I don't want to laugh hard. If I laugh hard now, I will start coughing. My sister, how are you doing? How are you doing today? So my people, do the right thing and leave the rest to God. Sometimes we stress ourselves in vain. When you do the things that you are supposed to do, the start button is there now. It's there. Let me see. Is it not there? The start button is there. There's a place they say give. Yes, if you click on the give, then you will see it. The start button is there. Rejoice brand, Rejoice, you are welcome. You talk about prenatal care last time. Folic supplement is one of the supplements you mentioned. I said folic acid. Yes, it's good. It's good, Rosemary. I said if you want to get pregnant, you can start taking prenatal vitamins. And these prenatal vitamins, why I say prenatal vitamins is that prenatal vitamins contains a lot of vitamins that your body needs. For example, folic acid, vitamin B12, vitamin B6. Some of them contain iron. Some of them contain vitamin C. Some of them contain vitamin E. So all these things are good. Instead of you to go and buy vitamin C, vitamin B12, folic acid, if you want to buy them separately, they are very expensive. But if you can buy, well done, it's not very well. Okay, thank you, my sister. Thank you for stopping by. Even myself, I'm just managing myself here. Thank you so much. So this vitamin is very, very good. It's very, very good. Instead of buying one, you can instead of buying them separately, you can buy the folic prenatal vitamin, which comprises all of these vitamins that I just mentioned, that will be good in your body. So do not give up. Do not give up. Whatever you meet on your way is your mate. If you go to the book of Isaiah 43, if you read, I think verse 4 said that the hard trials that come will not overwhelm you. This stage of inability to conceive, you will pass it. Once you become pregnant, you cannot even remember that there was a time you were struggling to conceive. It will become a history. So why not work towards it? If you know what you can do to support yourself, do it. If you have been trying to get pregnant on your own you are in 30s, you try for 6 months and nothing is happening, then you should meet a specialist. If you are 35, Sorry, if you are 30, 20 to 30, try on your own on 6 months, nothing is happening, you need a specialist. If you are 35, try 6 months, nothing is happening, please meet a specialist. That simply means that everything is not okay. You need assistance. You need somebody that will go into you to find out why you are not getting pregnant. And this problem may be as a result of ovulation. You are not ovulation. And what will make you not ovulate is either you have hormonal imbalances, you have endometriosis, you have PCOS, you have blocked tubes, you have fibroid, you have cysts. These are the things that can make you, or you have hyperprolactin. These are the things that can make you not to become pregnant, ovulate. So you need to find out, my dear sisters. Don't sit down and be accusing people from your village, your grandmother, your friend, and accusing innocent people why in the actual sense they are not the cause of your infertility. So remember what you eat. Maybe by Monday, if I have strength, I'm going to be talking about food that can boost your fertility. What you put in your mouth determines your health. The type of food you eat can make you not to become pregnant. The type of food you eat can make you to have hormonal disorder. Once you are growing, if you are up to 35 years, you need to work. You need to work for you to become pregnant, because this is when your hormones start deteriorating. This is when problem from nowhere will come in. So if you are up to 35 years and you want to conceive, please, you need to go extra mile. You need to do a lot of things. You need to avoid a lot of things. Somebody, when I made a video about the food you eat, somebody was asking me now, what are we going to be eating? Is this not punishment? I was laughing. I said, well, if you really want to become pregnant, you need to sacrifice something. All these people that are doing money rituals, when they go there, they tell them to bring something, right? You sacrifice to get something. The same thing with the way you will sacrifice by having faith in God. Prayer is very easy. Somebody can just stand here, pray, speak in tongue that they don't even know what it means. Speak, you say, ha, that woman is fire. You don't know that the prayer is just clouding around. And they will speak, and you say, ha, this woman is fire. It's not by fire. What God watch is your heart. It's not what is coming out from your mouth. It's your heart and your faith. For example, somebody like me, I have a good relationship with God. I can tell you that I am a sinner. My body, in fact, I am the worst sinner in this world, but I am in a very good relationship with God. If I ask God for something, He will do it. Do you know why? God knows when I'm serious. He knows when I'm serious, when I really need the thing. He knows the way I pray. Do your God knows when you are serious? Are you in good terms with God? Are you in good terms? This is the question you ask yourself. It's only God that gives children. In the book of Psalm, he said children are the gift from God and the real blessing from Him. You have a God who gives children. Why not go to Him? There's nothing God cannot do. There's nothing. He's the God of impossibility. I'm not preaching to you. I'm telling you the truth. I am a living witness. There's nothing God cannot do. God can heal you of any disease. God can remove any blockage. You only see the things of the physical. You don't see the things of the spiritual. So you do the things of the physical, which is you going for taking your prenatal vitamin, going for medical checkup. Then the things of the spiritual, leave it for God. God will fulfill those ones. So my dear sisters, I'm going to stop here, and I pray for everybody that have shared this video that we are able to join me, that God grants all your heart desire. If you desire to become pregnant this month, you will have it. If you desire to have twins, you will have it. Any gender that you desire to have, by the power and authority in the mighty name of Jesus, if you can believe with your faith, God will give it to you and you will join other women. Because he said, it's not even the wish of God for us to be suffering. Because he said that there will not be any barren among his people. God said it. Always try to study the word of God. Study the word of God. Bring out quiet time. Bring out quiet time. Bring out meditation time. Do you ever in your life one day bring out an hour to meditate? Meditation is not sleeping. I didn't say you should sleep. You can on Christian music or any cool music, leave it there, stay like this. Don't think about anything. Meditate on that. You can meditate with God. You can just lie down, lay your face to heaven, speak to God, pour your heart to God. And do you know why? Because as you are doing this, God knows that you are talking to him. God knows your heart. And I know that we live in a world where we have many enemies. You know what I mean by enemies? You have people that offense you. You have people that you think they are your enemy. You have people that you are suspecting. But try to be in good terms with people. Even when they don't want to be in good terms with you, try not to have grudges against anybody. Try to make peace with anybody, because if you're in enmity with people, your prayer cannot be answered. If your heart is not clear where your fellow human being is, your prayer will not be answered. So I'm going to stop here. On Monday, by the special grace of God, if I have time, I will come, and may God answer all our prayer. Bye-bye.